How are you doing, everyone? It's Paul Wilson from the Hwanseung Group. Okay, I'm the CEO of this company that I've registered in Korea. I've actually had the registration done since 2011, but I've been very dormant since then. And once I get my webpage running, I'll be a lot more active in what I want to pursue, okay, and that is basing from my foundation in corporate business English, which is my cash cow, branching out into Hwanseung Headhunting, which is a search firm, okay, recruitment agency, going into Hwanseung Finance, Hwanseung Gumyung, and then going into Hwanseung Bunungsan, which is real estate as well. May I just remind you that, guys, we are Hwanseung all in our lives, which is why I've chosen this name. We transfer between transport, companies, countries, knowledge, assets, and information and intuition all through there. And this is all one take. I upload 5 times a week. There's no script. This is all raw. I just want to get the hottest contents to you Monday to Friday. And I don't believe in all this fancy editing. I don't need any captions or editing there, guys. I'm interested in building up a library, an army of content, okay, that you can access for free, okay? So don't expect any fancy editing or that kind of thing there. You're just going to get the spiciness of my opinion sprinkled all over these news headlines there, based on the interaction, the daily interaction, the 15 years of experience I've had as being the #1 instructor, the corporate business instructor in Korea. I back that up with the number of feedback that I've got from agencies and actually direct clients as well. If you want to ask me and get for a reference that I can provide for you, no problem there. It's all done, okay? So just a quick reminder of my company is advertised quite often there. Let me play this for you, okay? So this is at the one of the subway stations. Listen carefully for what they say on the ticketing machine when you transfer. Oh, you hear that? Oh, there it goes again. Oh, was that my company? Did someone call my company? Oh, I thank you for the free advertising. Can you imagine the millions and millions and millions of hwanseungnews that are done on buses and subways daily through Korea? Okay, that happens all the time. Okay, so it's quite amazing that I've chosen that name. Anyway, let's get started, guys. Okay, the first one is we've got the Jeju loses its grip on domestic visitors there and hopes for the Chinese return. All right, so in Jeju there, you've got a Halabong statue, Halaman, what's that guy called? One of those statues there, and something there, and there's a statue there. But anyway, a lot of Koreans, just as Corona was ending, were traveling to Jeju, and they were taking advantage of the price that was indicated there. It heavily discounted there. But now that Corona is lifted, it's more attractive to go to Japan, okay, which is just about the same plane price there, or go to like Southeast Asia and have a golf tour there. Now, Jeju was quite a nice place to visit, but it's been. They rely on the Chinese money because it's the Chinese who are spending money between themselves. The Chinese tour company, the Chinese flight flies in, the Chinese flight gives a Chinese tourist to the Chinese tourist operator. The Chinese tourist operator goes to Chinese-owned restaurants. They go to Chinese-owned souvenir stores. So that money, we don't actually see much of that money for Korea. Okay, I really beg to differ that it's going to make a big difference for the Korean economy. There's also the pai object, the 888 rule, 888 rule. 80% of tourists to Jeju are Chinese. 80% of those tourists who come to Jeju go to the casino, and 80% of the Chinese tourists who go to the casino lose their money. The pai rule there. Okay, so what do you think there? What do you think about Chinese tourists? I mean, I think I don't have anything against them, and I wish that, but I do wish that they would be a lot more cautious about their how they project themselves in public. You know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Please do not treat this like your own country and expect to get the same privilege and attention, or getting by with some bad manners or something like spitting on the pavement, those kind of things there. So please, if you want to spend your money and have a good time in Korea, by all means, but please respect the local laws, respect the local customs, and be wary of your behavior there. Okay, now this next one, guys, is South Korean YouTubers. South Korean YouTubers there, revenue surges, the top earners dominate the share. Okay, yes, I'm a YouTuber there, but I'm nowhere near to making the financial gains yet. I'm not after the money, guys, to be honest. I don't need views. I don't need subscribers there. My goal is to build a library of content that is available for free, accessible for free for my corporate business learners, and promote my business in general. But basically, yes, the top 1% of YouTubers account for 25% of the total revenue, earning an average of 7억 won. Okay, 7억 1천만 원. 7억 1,300만 원 there, okay, for them there in YouTube there, and the average income in South Korea for the top 1% was Hwanseung there, okay. In the same year, the top 1% of all workers in South Korea had an income of Hwanseung there, okay. So they're earning more than like executives. These YouTubers are earning more than executives and startup or private CEOs there. So the number, look at this. Since the National Tax Services made a registration capable of being a content creator, they have stormed from 2,776 to 34,219 subscriptions of content creators as a business earner there. Okay. All right, very good, very good. So yes, are you interested in becoming a YouTuber? Anyone can become a YouTuber, guys. I thought about it for a long time. I thought it was too difficult, but using these programs that I use, it's very, very easy to get started. Just be wary. A lot of fake news. A lot of people can create fake news. Oh, the Joy Sue is like 10,000 views. It must be true. Okay, that kind of fake news gets spread along a lot there. Okay, now this next one, guys, is Seoul's office real estate robust despite apocalypse. Okay, so what's happened here is a lot of people are predicting that the South Korean market, especially in Seoul, because of the pandemic, people were going to work from their home, 재택근무, so a lot of space was open. But since Corona's been lifted, people are returning to the office now. People are returning to the office now, and actually the supply of empty offices now is lower than the demand. Okay, so yes, it was supposed to be like a real estate collapse, but it's actually burgeoning right now. It's actually doing quite well. Okay, for that one there. So the tight supply can offset the pricing. Look at these kind of things. There's some words here that are mentioned. And basically we have these business districts. We've got the Central Business District, CBD. Okay, we've got the Gangnam Business District, GBD. Yeouido Business District, YBD. And also Bundang Business District is the BBD. Okay, so yes, that's how dense the population of Seoul is. And where all these these big businesses are located there. So, Yeouido is like finance there. Gangnam for kind of retail. Jongno for kind of like 대기업 본사, like 사옥s there. Bundang for Korea's Silicon Valley. Okay, there's a lot of office space that's available there, so it's up for grabs, and it'll gradually put the price up. That's good. That's good for the local private residential real estate market. I really hope that makes a recovery, because there were so many people hurt at the end of 2021 when they bought it at the high price. They were fear of missing out, okay, FOMO, and they went and took on big debt and bought apartments and took out Jeonse there. And so I really hope they do make a recovery. And in general, just the economy makes a recovery starting from Q4 or maybe Q1 next year. Okay, the stocks are taking a big damage, so we hope they do recover in the long run. This is Hwanseung Group. Watch out for my extra content release and a business launch for that in the next sort of 5 years. Okay, this is a bit of a preview. Now the next one, guys, is Oriental Brewery. Oriental Brewery clinches 6 accolades at the Effie Awards there. The Effie Awards is actually a marketing campaigns advertising award ceremony there. So CAS got 6 Effie Awards there. 10th anniversary awards, best brand winner for a beer beverage there. Quite well done. And I mean, do you like CAS? I mean, some people say it's quite watered down. I enjoy CAS. Actually, when I go to New Zealand, I actually end up drinking Export Gold because it tastes very similar to CAS, and it's lighter on the palate. Okay, at the Export Gold's at 4%. I think CAS is at 4.5, but it's definitely very nice, especially when you finish mowing your lawns at your parents' home. You got the nice smell of chopped grass, mowed lawns, birds flying around everywhere, and a nice cold beer to really reward yourself for doing it. It's a very, very nice feeling. I love mowing the lawns in my mum's house. Okay, it's a really big lawn as well for that. But you may or may not remember, but Gordon Ramsay, okay, the star chef, celebrity Michelin star chef, actually did an advertising campaign for CAS. So let's go have a look at what he did 5 years ago. The rumor was he got paid 400 million won, which is about $320,000 US. Okay, for that one there. So let's see what Gordon had to do here when he came to Korea. Okay, 16 Michelin stars. All right. He drank this beer, CAS, which is the national beer of Korea.
A little bit oily, but blend it with this beer.
Oh, John.
Bloody fresh. Sweet, spicy, super hot. Very rare. 3 different types can blend with a fresh beer.
VIO, okay. Salute. Emo, CAS. Okay, right. So that was very classic. I was actually quite impressed that he managed to do that kind of content there. So that was quite amazing there. CAS. Do you like CAS? Well, actually, I prefer Kelly now. So I've switched. I've always been a hype man, actually. Not as sweet as CAS. Kind of so yeah, Terra and then Kelly there. Anyway, this next one, guys. The last one here is Construction workers' wages soar. I guess I don't know. 1 in 3 South Korean women have experienced sexual harassment at work. Okay, and for this one here, sexual harassment is a very serious issue there, and you can see why in a sort of Korea has been traditionally male dominated. That women in the workplace may have been seen as maybe a lower standard there. They probably get paid a little bit less. Although pay parity has improved in recent years, and more women are focusing on their careers rather than getting married and settling down and having children. Harassment does go on. Okay, so it can be physical, it can be touching, unwanted touching, it can be verbally, verbal harassment. It can be cyber harassment, company internal messengers and stuff. So it's very sad that it does go on. Mind you, it does happen the other way around. There are females who do sexually harass males. Okay, they might pinch their bottom when they're doing some photocopying or something. There, they might say, they might be saying, things about their appearance or that kind of thing. There, so it goes both ways. It goes both ways there. But think about what happened to some of those female teachers that were sleeping with their male students. Okay, half their age. They didn't really get so much of a big penalty, but if that was the other way around, that guy would be in jail for 20 years. Okay, can you see what I mean? So it should be stamped out. I have even heard of companies where when they've gone for a company dinner, the first round is all together, males and females, senior managers there, and if anybody wants to go for a second round of hweshik, okay, males have to go their separate ways to their own hweshik at the location, and females have to go the other way. That is to reduce the risk of any unwanted interaction between male and female employees, because I guarantee you it always happens there, between companies, co-workers there when alcohol is involved and people are feeling a bit giddy and feeling good. Okay, so yes, how to avoid it. I guess the firm way is to take action. If you are a victim of sexual harassment there, say no. Just say no and report it to the HR department. I do remember a case where there was a membership training, an MT, okay, for new recruits for a large semiconductor company, and 2 of the males actually stayed up drinking, talking about the females' attractiveness there, and that was reported to the headquarters in the States, okay, and they were immediately fired for that. I'm not going to mention the company because it's a bit sensitive, but that's what happened there, okay. So yes, watch your mouth, watch your hands, okay. Do not be a predator and keep your hands to yourself. Okay, so yes, keeping the people safe is the main thing there. Okay, guys. Well, that was the Hwanseung News for Tuesday the 5th. Okay, double upload today. First time I've done a double upload so close in proximity to each other. I'm getting ready to go back into another BDMN class right now. Just a reminder that Hwanseung means to transfer. We're always transferring between knowledge. Okay, so to transport and companies and countries. And assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. All right, and my company gets free advertising because it's actually registered as Hwanseung at the National Tax Service. May I remind you that you can hear my company being broadcast every day on the public transport like this. Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. That's music to my ears. One more time, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Millions and millions of time. All mine. Okay, all mine. Okay, make the world how you want it, guys. Make the world how you want it there. If you want to get ahead in life, okay, just make the world how you want it. I've been here for 15 years. I've been hungry for success. Okay, nothing's going to stop me. Give me another 5 years, and once my channels are all open, my business channels are all open up there, I do feel that life will be even more sweeter, okay? There's a good saying I have to all my haters there. Kill them with your success and bury them with your smile. Kill them with your success and bury them with your smile, okay? That's what I got today for you to share my latest idiom there, okay? Those were our people today. That's Hwanseung tonight.